One of the things that can drive you crazy if you don't know this is trying to match your trading system results to your account statement. I want to show you 3 different ways that this is measured and why you may get those mismatches. This is for strategies that hold positions overnight, and this is just based on an end-of-day open position P&L differences. It's not based on closed trade. Closed trade should match your results minus an average slippage and commission. So let's take a look at this strategy. SR counter trend 3, natural gas. It holds positions overnight, and here is a trade on April the 29th. The close, the last price of this data, 24-hour data, is right here at 1700, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The close is 29.05 in natural gas. We're looking at June natural gas right now, back adjusted continuous contract. And on the day, this strategy was down. Let's find that price down here. I have an indicator at the bottom that shows daily P&L results based on the finish time of 1700 because that is the last price traded, and we referenced that at the open. So minus 370 on the day. The closing price here is 29.05 at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Now, what your broker will do, your broker will use the settlement price, not the last price at 5 o'clock. Use the settlement price. You can see this in the daily charts. If you go to at NG on April the 29th, you're going to see a different price on April the 29th. You see 29.11. The close is 29.11, but we were looking at 29.05. Why? Why is it using 29.11 instead of 29.05? 29.11 is the settlement price, and the settlement price typically occurs at 2:30 Eastern Time. So go to 14:30 and minus 310 on the day. So your brokerage statement would show a different P&L than your actual balance that you're looking at in the platform. So your brokerage would mark this position closed for that day at minus 310. Now Tradestation, if you look at the Tradestation performance summary report, it will mark this position, this daily P&L, based on the price at midnight. So 11:59, 23.55 is the last closing price. It will use 29.03. So 29.03 is the last price at midnight. So there's 3 different places that different metrics look at. The regular session for commodities for natural gas would be from 6 p.m. Eastern Time to 5 p.m. Eastern Time the next day. And so this is a regular session. Now we like to measure our results based on the most recent data that we'll see in our platform, and so that's what we use. We use this metric right here. 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is the closing price we use. Your broker is going to use a settlement price. This goes back to the days of pit trading, and 2:30, around 2:30 Eastern Time is where your broker uses. Tradestation will use midnight to midnight. So somewhere, let's see, midnight's right about here on this session, and it's right about here. So Tradestation, as a software performance summary, will use the midnight, the calendar date. So you have to understand these differences when you're looking at open positions so it doesn't drive you crazy. And once again, once the trades are all closed out, it should all match up, the entry and the exit and the P&Ls. You just get standard deviations of P&Ls on your daily statement as measured to your strategy results. If you're looking at combined strategy results and you have some open positions, they're probably going to be a little bit different unless the settlement price matches the last price. It can vary greatly though, so keep that in mind. Another thing you can do in your strategy development you have to watch out for is if you're looking at if you're trading using daily bars and you're referencing this last closing price, that price will change. So at the end of the day, this close will be the last price of the day. And then at some point during the next session, this will be refreshed, and it will go from the last price of the day at 5 o'clock to the settlement price at 2:30. And each market is like that. So what is a better way to develop strategies on daily bars would be to to change this to minute bars and use 1440 minutes. There's 1440 minutes in a 24-hour session. So if you're using developing a strategy based on daily bars, you don't want to have that price change. If you're not familiar with this, why your strategy results may change is because this closing price could change. So there's a couple of different topics we're talking about in this video, is trying to match your strategy results to your statement and why it might be different. And also, when you develop a strategy, if you don't realize that the last price changes to the settlement price, then you could see some differences in your trading system results, because that price will change and that could change your calculation. So you see there the close is 29.05. 29.05 was the 5 p.m. time on the 1 minute chart, and the settlement time is 29.11. So if you change this back to @NG daily, you'll see that hash at the close to be 29.11. So want to make sure you understand that in your trading system development, as well as in understanding your account statement versus the actual strategy results.